So this weekend I was supposed to be out camping with two of my sons and my good buddy Marco and just having a great time. But because of current world events, like many of you out there, we're all staying home this weekend and trying to do the right thing. And so that means I'm stuck here in the garage and I'm going a little stir crazy. And so what I thought I would do over the next couple days, since I'm going to be spending a lot of time at home, is just break out the camera and film some really small projects that I've been meaning to do. Normally I wouldn't film these projects, but I don't know, I need to entertain myself. Hopefully this will entertain you, take your mind off of current world events, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of watching the news. Plus, I just need to get some of this stuff done. So hopefully you'll find some entertainment and some value in some of the stuff we're gonna do in the next couple of videos. So I'll show you what's in this box here in just a minute. Stay tuned. Welcome to TrailRecon, I'm Brad, and I hope you all are doing well out there. I know things are crazy, but hopefully you are finding some good projects to keep you busy in the garage. That's what I'm going to be doing over the next couple days. And in this video, we're going to kick it off by opening this box and installing it on my wife's 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL. Now, what is inside this box, I will show you here shortly, but it is one of the most underrated items I've ever installed on my Jeep Wrangler. I use it all the time. It's great quality, and I'm so thankful that I did install this a long time ago. So before I open this box, let me show you on my Jeep what it is, and we'll take a close-up look at it, and then we'll get this installed. So did you figure out what was in that box yet? Well, let me show you. It's a tailgate table. That's what we're talking about in this video. I'm going to install this same tailgate table on my wife's Jeep, and I love this table. Now, this one is from Outback Adventure Products, and I bought this about 3 years ago, and I got to tell you, when I first bought this, I was a little unsure because it is kind of a premium price. You pay a lot for this, and I asked my buddy Marco, who had one at the time, I'm like, is it really worth that much? And he said, absolutely yes. Didn't even hesitate. This is a great table. It has held up really, really well over the last 3 years. I mean, look, I'm using this to cook on and make coffee on. I'm throwing tools on here. It's getting banged up and beat up, stuff getting hammered on here in the back of the Jeep. It's held up great. This is super practical and it's really good quality. I love this thing, and it is a stainless steel table, so it's very easy to clean, and right now that's important because we want to keep things clean. But I like that there's no holes in here, and I know a lot of the tailgate tables out there have those like molly holes in them so you can mount stuff to them. Let me tell you, that's not practical because forks and stuff will fall right through when you're cooking. That's not cool. I like having a nice clean table. This installs super easy, which you'll see when we do it on the wife's Jeep, and all the hardware has held up really well. The bamboo sliding table is really nice and very practical. It gives you a lot of workspace. I love this thing, and while it is a premium, I think it's worth every penny. No affiliation with the company. I just like the product. I think they're great people putting out good stuff, and this is something you should really consider if you're a Jeep owner. All right, let's go install it on my wife's Jeep. Now, before we open this up, I know somebody's going to mention it, so let's just get it out of the way first. Brad, why don't you just build your own table? And I think that's a great budget-friendly option and a fun do-it-yourself project. But honestly, this is really good quality. The fitment, the finish, I just think you can't top this. But this is only for the JK and the JL, so my son has already told me that he wants to install a tailgate table on his TJ, so we will be making one for his Jeep here soon. So that's to follow, but today we're just going to install this very nice one. Now, it comes with a bamboo table. There is an option for I think it's HDPE, which is like this white plastic that you can get if you don't want the bamboo, you prefer the plastic. Either one is a good option, but man, this makes so much more surface area to be able to work. It's nice having this table. All right, let's open this box and I'll show you what's included. Now inside the box, you've got some very nice detailed step-by-step instructions. They do a really good job about telling you how to install this. Plus, there's some good maintenance and care information in here as well. Can't stand it when people send you like a single sheet of instructions. It's very vague. They've done a great job of providing some good instructions. Got some foam tape here, which we're going to use on the outside before we put the table in. You've got the mounting hardware, which is very simple, which I'll show you here in a second, but there are these little plastic tabs. They're called blind nuts. And I remember when I installed mine 3 years ago, I was like, I don't know about these. Are they going to hold up? And I'll tell you what, that table does not rattle, and it holds plenty of weight. I think they're rated about 45 pounds for this table. I've definitely put more than 45 pounds on the table, and these things have held up really well. Super easy install. And you've got the table and the cutting board. And if you saw, I have a second cutting board. And the reason for that is, well, I'm going to send that off and get that laser engraved for Regina. I'm going to do a little surprise. You may have seen mine where it says TrailRecon on it. My buddy Marco has one that says Overland X on it. I want to do something special for her, but that'll come down the road. Today, we're just going to go ahead and get this installed. All right, let's put the tape on here, I think is the first step, and then we'll mount this up. All right, the first thing we're going to do is flip this over and put tape on. I'm just going to start up here, I guess, and just work my way around. Now I should mention that the instructions say it's easier to route it around these corners when you take the white paper off, which I didn't do in the beginning. Also, this isn't a double-sided adhesive, it's just a single side, so this is just foam here to help it seal nice and easy up to the tailgate, which is pretty nice. So here we go. All right, next up in the instructions, we need to take off this plastic molding here, and we're going to use a trim tool. You should have plenty of these trim tools. I use these things all the time. Now, I've never taken this off before, and I actually never seen anybody do it before, but hopefully it just pops right off of here. There we go. That was easy. All right, next we're going to take out this cutting board. Let's just pull the pins. And then that just slides right out. This will just make it a little lighter for us when we go to install. So now what we're going to do is install the blind nuts. And so there's going to be 5 that go on the top over here, 1 over here on the left side, and then 4 on the bottom. And these should just push in, but it says say if you have a hard time, you just use a screwdriver, but you see that just snaps right in. So, and they do give you an extra one, which is nice just in case you were to break one or something. Okay, so you remember how I mentioned that the instructions were very detailed? Well, they are, and you should read them. It tells me that I only need to put 3 of the blind nuts on the bottom, and I put 4 in there. So I'm just going to leave that one in there. It's not a big deal. Now what we're going to do is kind of pre-tap all these holes with a screw. So we're just going to insert that just so it goes in there, and that way when we put the table up, it's already got a slot to screw right in. So we're just going to do that with each one of these holes. All right, now we're ready to mount up the table. And so leaving it open and putting a little screw in here, maybe the center hole, just like that. And it does say that having an extra set of hands is helpful, but you know what? I'm stubborn. Just want to prove to the world that I can do this by myself. Lefty loosey, righty tighty there, Brad. So, first one is in there. Now what I'm going to do is just slowly Make sure these all fit before I tighten anything down. All right, I haven't tightened anything up. These are all just loosely fitted because now we have to install this large bolt with the Phillips head on there into this hole right here on the side. And there's already a threaded nut on the back, and so it should just hand screw in there. There we go. And then we just tighten that down. Look at that. And then we can go through and start tightening the rest. Okay, with all the screws tightened up, everything firmed up, fits nice. Look how clean all those lines are. Now all we're gonna do is put the table in here and button this up. That's it. Look at that. I love this design. It is so clean, so functional. Yeah, pretty happy with this. I will leave a link down below because I know a lot of people are gonna ask how to find this table. Small little husband and wife company that are running this. Great product, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, just hanging out in the garage, doing a small little project. I'm gonna go edit this and post it, and then I'm gonna start doing some other small projects. If there's something specifically that you'd like me to do while I'm here in the garage, while I've got all this time on my hands, let me know that in the comments below, and I'll see if I can do some of that. Maybe we can just have a discussion video about a certain topic that you're very interested in. Let me know down below. All right, I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.